Yeah, I think there's a realization that if you're living in a certain environment, mainly like in the mountains and with trees all around you, that there's a hazard, or a risk that's associated with wildfire, and it's always in the back of your mind. Jasper's been a national park for a long time. We've had a wildlife or a wildfire, policy of putting out all the wildfires, just like almost all of North America has done for years. And so the conditions, we're aware of the conditions that are there and exist. And as we mentioned, the pine beetle infestation a few years ago was something that raised our awareness level even to sort of another thing, and upped our commitment to things like fire smarting and doing those things. So working with those types of programs to create these buffer areas around the town, and to really encourage residents as well to start looking at their own properties. We had a number of crews, on the ground that day, and a couple of strike teams put together, and and we were still in putting out wet lines like sprinkler systems around the edge of town, and just finishing off. We'd done most of our critical infrastructure stuff, so things like the hospitals, police stations, things like that, things that we needed to try to protect. And then when it comes into town, it's, the two things happened. There was the notice of the column collapsing, so a big smoke column that was rising, thousands of feet in the air, all of a sudden just kind of flattened out, and it got really dark and really windy, really fast. And then from there it turned into, bad visibility, high winds, and lots of debris and embers flying everywhere. The anniversary is going to be a trigger for some people, and it's going to bring back some conversations and some things, frustrations of, depending on where they are in their own build cycles. Like we were saying, a lot of our guys lost their homes and apartment buildings and things like that. I think for a lot of people it's going to be a mixed bag, because there's, we're seeing groundbreaking on a lot of structures now, which is great, because it's showing us that we are moving forward and things are starting to happen. But it's been a year, so that's also seems like a long time, and and especially for the folks that are kind of living in temporary housing or looking for other places and things like that. Yeah, I think in general our guys are doing, and girls are doing well, and we're happy that we're able to support them as well as we have been able to so far. As it redevelops into kind of a different vibe, is it going to feel the same, especially for the long-time residents? And some of these folks that it's going to take them 2 or 3 years to rebuild their houses. Is it still going to be the same community? The core bones are there, like people are confident that we are going to be, Jasper is always going to be Jasper, as they say it, but it just might not be the exact same Jasper, so hopefully it's better.